Hello everyone, this is Joe the Orange, and in my last video I asked you guys what units I should play, and you guys wanted me to play fucking War Dogs with Boudica. My least favourite commander with my least favourite unit, just fucking combined into one giant piece of shit. Now I understand some people like War Dogs and some people like Boudica. What can I say? I don't, but everyone fucking plays differently. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when I do play War Dogs. I have no idea how to use this unit, or even how to get the best out of Boudica. I just think everything's shit with this combo. I just don't know what I'm doing. So usually I'll try to give you some tips, but in this video I can't really tell you. I'm just gonna have to make shit up. What you want to do is engage spear units and pike units that don't have shield bash. This guide is done. We've fucking done it, dudes. We've done a guide of War Dogs. Now let's move on to the next unit. Actually, I can tell you what to avoid with War Dogs. I did get out of there before that melee could charge me, because if he does charge my War Dogs, they get fucked up if they're stationary. But if I release them into this unit like here, then it's fine. And now I'm just going to try to surround them and basically fuck them up. When I play this unit, I'm always looking to rout the enemy, because I can't stay in combat for very long without taking massive casualties. So I'm going for those rear charges, going for those flank charges, and as you can see, I fucked it up. I missed the flank completely, but oh well, I got the rear charge here, so that makes up for that other shit that I did earlier on. And now you know why I play melee. I need a short cooldown on my charges, because I fucking miss all the damn time. And you're going to see me miss charges all the way through the week, probably through the fucking year. I miss charges, just I don't know what's going on. I've got to practice charging. I'm so used to having melees charge. It's so wide and so thick. It's the thickest charge that's the widest. And by the way, I saw on Reddit that someone has ranked the commanders. Germanicus and Leonidas were at the top, and then melee was further down. And I was like, that is the opposite of my list. Germanicus and Leo are down the bottom with Boudica. And then you have melee right up the top. Right at the fucking top, guys. I mean, if you go to my account, you can see I haven't lost a game with tier 5 spears on melee. I've played 13 fucking games with him. Not one fucking loss. He's the king. He's the king. And he's only tier 5. Imagine that shit when he's tier 10. But that's what I mean. I put Germanicus and Leo at the bottom, but they're actually alright commanders. It's just that they don't suit my playstyle. They're a bit slow. And that goes for War Dogs as well, and Boudica. It just doesn't suit me. So when I say they're shit, it doesn't mean they're actually shit. It's just when I play them, I might as well roll my fucking head across the keyboard, and I'll do just as well. And before you leave the comments like, you should have done this, you should have done this, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Maybe make your own fucking video, man. Because I don't really give a shit about War Dogs. You know, I'm making this because people wanted it. If you're the expert dog player, you're the champion of the dogs, you're the fucking queen, bitch, then make your own video or show your elite skills. Because one thing I find is people give you tips and then you face them in game and you're like, oh man, I don't know, man, you're very good at talking. You're like, oh, I'm the greatest, I did this, this and this. But every time I see you in game, you're kind of doing really shit. So make a video. And that way I go, oh shit, so you can do this, you can do that. Well, that's actually pretty interesting. But if it's just talking, I can make shit up too. Oh guys, I had this game, got 20,000 points on my War Dogs, they're fucking OP. See, I can just make crap up, it's easy. I do try to surround these heavy infantry here, it does not work out at all. I would recommend not doing that on your War Dogs. I'm fighting him in the forest, I might stand a decent chance turns out that he doesn't give a shit about that. I do have my ally coming around now though, so we can outnumber this dude, probably get him to rout, and then we'll fucking be in a good position. I am going to give War Dogs another go at the higher tiers once I do have a decent tier Boudica, because one thing I have noticed is that she has not many good upgrades until she gets to that tier 8 and tier 9. So you have all these tiers, tier 1 to tier 7, where she kind of looks shit, and then all of a sudden at tier 8 and tier 9 you get all these great upgrades. So I am going to give this another go at the higher tiers, and I might change my mind on this unit. And I think that's why people think Leonidas and Germanicus are good, because at the lower tiers they are amazing. Germanicus up to tier 8 is just really good. Leonidas from tier 1 to about the same, tier 8, he's really good. And then all the other commanders kind of catch up. Sulla is a prime example of this. If you played him, like I used to talk shit about Sulla all the time. What a shit cunt. Look at this fucking loser. And he looks like a loser. And then I got my commander to tier 9. And I was using tier 7 units and whooping these motherfucking tier 9s and tier 10s Germanicus players right in the ass. I was just whooping them. Getting that whip out. What damn, what damn, what damn. And I was like, this guy's the greatest thing I've ever played. He's amazing. From tier 1 to tier 8, you feel like a bit of a gimp. Then your commander hits that tier 9, and you turn into the fucking dominatrix, man. Just whipping cunts. Left, right, center. Bam! Damn! Man, I ended up at the other end of the fucking room doing that shit. I had to roll my chair back. And that's one thing you guys should know. I'm trying to level my commanders up with the units. I boosted Kanani and Sulla up, but I'm not boosting any of my other commanders because I want to have it so the units and the commander are the same tier, so I'm not just smashing lobies. I find that it makes it a bit too unfair, and I want to show fair gameplay, like fair judgment on a commander and its units. For example, my commander's tier 5, my units are tier 5. This is probably what you're going to be facing, and this is probably how hard it's going to be. Not in this game though, because I'm playing Sulla. I boosted that motherfucker straight to tier 9, because after closed beta I knew how good he got. So I just boosted it right through the fucking roof. And I'll probably do the same to Boudica at some stage. I do have fucking like 400k XP I could spend. So I am thinking about just making my Boudica way awesome. But let's get back into this game. So I'm playing Scorpions. It was the next most requested thing. And it's another unit I can't fucking play that well. So thanks guys for that shit. Thanks for that shit. Just keep requesting shit I can't even play. It's going to be fucking awesome. I did say I could play everything. I didn't say I could play everything well. So, let's get that fucking straight. And I've got to say, the difference between Scorpions and War Dogs is amazing. I don't know how to play Scorpions, but they still fuck people up. It's pretty damn awesome. Usually when I do play Scorpions, I also bring the steak consumable. It's very good. But I am teamed up with some pikes, so I don't really need to create a wall of protection when I have a wall of protection in the pikes. Now you may have noticed they do have War Dogs approaching us, but I do have one infantry unit. So although they do fuck up our pikes, I can just put my one infantry unit in front and deal with those dogs. Looking back at this game, they really should have won. The War Dogs go in, and that's my infantry in combat, and then the pikes come up and then pike the fuck out of me. So I'm not sure how the fuck we won this. I am getting some nice shots off though, with my Scorpions. I think I might have packed up my Scorpions a bit too early, because the closer the enemy gets, the more damage you do to them. Now the minute I see that my pikes are fucked, I just send that one infantry in there, because he can delay the enemy so damn well. with that debuff ability, with that morale buff ability. He doesn't give a shit. And that's one thing you will learn when you do play Boudica. Sunlight doesn't give a fuck, mate. Like, 0 fucks are given across the board. You can't rout him. You can't hurt him. You can't even fucking hit him. He doesn't give a shit. At this stage, I am lining up those catapults to shoot this heavy infantry. Their artillery is shooting me. I don't really care. Unless they instantly wipe my unit, I'll stay here all day long. Until the infantry gets too close. And then I think, oh, I might as well fuck off right now. I don't like this shit. And that is where you do want your stakes. Unfortunately, I didn't bring them this game because I did have protection. Little did I know that the enemy might actually bring war dogs. Who the fuck does that? Who are these people that play this shit? That play these fucking dogs? It would have been fucking perfect if they didn't bring those damn dogs. I've got to say, overall, I think Scorpions are in a great spot, especially when you are solo queuing with those stakes. They're very deadly. It's just that some maps are unfavorable, while other maps are really good for you. And remember, I am pretty fucking shit. I'm not even going to lie. I can't say I'm good with Scorpions. I can't say I'm good with War Dogs. But here's the difference. My War Dogs have a 20% win ratio. Just dog shit. Fucking dog shit. My Scorpions have a 77% win ratio. So if you're new to this game and you had to choose one of these units, I would go with Scorpions. But it depends on your playstyle. I've seen people that love the fuck out of them. I'll put a link below. There's a guy called Evo Loz Gaming. I probably butchered the fuck out of his name. It's EVO space LOZ Evo Loz Gaming. And he's loving the shit out of the War Dogs. So I watched his video. And I was like, I'll give it another go. Especially since people want me to play War Dogs. And then I remembered how much I fucking hate War Dogs. On the other hand, I played Scorpions and it just seemed to fit. As in, I didn't fucking hate the shit out of them after one game. I played one game, did alright. Went, oh, okay, I could probably do better. Played the next game, did a bit better. I was like, oh fuck, this is pretty cool. And it just got better and better from there. Just keep getting a better win ratio, doing much better on the unit itself. The improvements were massive. When I played the War Dogs, there was no improvement. I just can't play that shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And that goes for pretty much everyone. There's some people that think Military uses shit. And that blows my mind right open. I'm like, Military uses shit? I'm scared that he might get nerfed. He's that fucking strong. I'm just thinking, he has to be nerfed. He's like, he just destroys cunts 24/7. But then again, it comes back to that whole Sulla thing. I am judging Boudica on the fact that she's tier 5 and War Dogs are tier 5. When it comes to the higher tiers, who knows? It could be different. And one thing that Siege Equipment has always got in their favor is they don't care what tiers they face. They will still do damage to them. So, when it comes to playing Scorpions and Catapults, they always seem really good. When it comes to infantry, it can be a bit harder. As in, if you face higher tier infantry, it's going to be a much harder game for you than comparing tier 4 catapults facing tier 5 catapults. Then again, I find that if you have the highest tier catapults, it's not as much of an advantage compared to if you have the highest tier infantry in the game. So you have to think about it this way. If you have a bunch of XP you can spend on getting a higher tier commander, and you play infantry, it's always going to be an advantage having a higher tier. But if you hate cunts that do that shit, play siege equipment. Because you don't have to worry about, oh, you got tier 9 commander, I don't give a fuck, I'm still going to shoot you and hit you for a bunch. And the same thing kind of applies to elephants. They don't really give a shit about what tier the enemy is. I've faced tier 8 and tier 9 Germanicus players, apparently that counts as elephants, but just doesn't happen to me because I'm so fucking good! I am so good! And that's one thing to keep in mind. I see people saying that the game is pay to win. But there are units out there, there are commanders out there that don't really give a shit about what tier the enemy is. And they're the other units and commanders that people complain about, which is pretty funny. Just play the OP shit. In other words, if you don't like higher tier commanders, play the OP shit. Especially if you don't enjoy versing elephants. Catapults and scorpions fuck elephants up. So there you go. You have an OP unit, doesn't give a fuck about what tier the enemy is, doesn't give a fuck about if they are playing elephants. There you go. You can level up. You don't care what tier the enemy is. The pay to win factor has basically disappeared altogether. Pikes and javelins are another good choice. There's heaps of choices where you can just outplay people and not give a fuck about tier. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and thumbs up and all that shit.